And just here back to a new speed run. And yes, we are going to be doing Crash Nitro Kart any percent with Team Bandicoot. Because yes, we have done a speed run on Team Cortex. So now it is time that we do Team Bandicoot. And yet again, this is going to be kind of just like with Team Cortex, where it's just going to be beating Velo. Just getting all 4 keys, all 16 trophies, and to beat Velo. Alright, let's go. It is time for it to begin. And I will, this time, just to let you know, this time, I will actually pause the timer when it comes to the loading screens. Yeah. I didn't think of doing that for Team Cortex. So for Team Bandicoot, I will, like, pause the timer for the loading screens. Just to see how much of a difference of the time it will be, not including loading screens. Because I'm sure it will have a difference when it comes to the time. Having a big time difference. I still don't feel like that time that we got on Team Cortex was that bad. Still think it was a pretty good time with Team Cortex. And of course this is going to be on the main channel, just like with Team Cortex was. Now of course I did recently do the whole Crash Warp speedrun as well. Which I don't think that was a bad time either. I actually did lower the time off screen. Yeah, I did lower the time I got off screen. It was actually pretty good. Because I know I had a 1 hour on... And again, it was any percent as well. 1 hour. Yeah, it was a 1 hour as well. So let me get to it. Let me get to the time. So yeah, I had a 1 hour, 1 minute, and 10 seconds I got. And the next day, on May 26th, I got a 59:54. Yeah, I increased it down to 59 minutes. I lowered it down to 59 minutes. And yet, I still believe that the time can be improved. I still believe the time can be improved. Very much. Yeah. I still believe that the time can be improved. There are still mistakes that I did make, but parts that I did manage to do well with. And again, shortcuts I obviously will allow, like actual shortcuts or shortcuts that, you know, aren't really supposed to be shortcuts. Because again, anywhere that will save off time, that can save up time, is what we need. Anywhere that will save time is what we need. Yeah, we definitely need anywhere that we can save time off. Y'all have said on trying to do a story mode speedrun, but I don't think I am going to do like a Minecraft story mode speedrun. Because I don't feel like those games are really meant to be speedrunned. At least that's me. Yeah, at least I think that. At least I think that. I really don't see story mode being a game that I would consider speedrunning, really. Because I like to take my time on it, really. I like to take my time and just, enjoy the game, since it's, a forgotten game now. Right? It's a forgotten Crash game now, and Minecraft game. And only so little people that could still have it, right? A lot of people that could still have it to this day, when it was still available. Since I, like me, how I got Season 2 still. Thankfully, even if you do still have it, and have all the episodes, you can still play it to this day. It's not like Crash on the Run or something, where they Crash on the Run, or any other of those kind of games where they'll just remove the services completely, even if you still have it. I wish I could say the same thing for Season 1, though. I really do wish I could say the same thing with Season 1 on Minecraft Story Mode. But that was on the 360, and for one, I don't do the 360 anymore. And for two, I don't even know where the disc is. Sadly, that was when, because I used to be not as careful with the games, like the actual disc of the games back then. Like, I used to not be as careful as I am now. So, yeah, like, I'll just leave them out of the case, the actual disc out of the cases and stuff like that. But now, I am more careful with my games and DVDs and stuff. I am more careful now. I am way more careful now than I was back then. And if I had my PS4 all the way back then, or there was still a way I could actually get story mode now, like Season 1, so I can have it on my PlayStation 4. But there's not really any that I can think of any other way. Coco is actually doing pretty good catching up, though. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna lie. Z's actually doing pretty good catching up. And I do try to, this is obviously off screen, but I do try to speedrun myself on my Switch. Again, off screen, but time myself on my Switch. But I'm not as good on doing it on my Switch compared to like on my PlayStation. Because again, I am good at on my Switch, but I've really been playing like the PlayStation for pretty much ever since I was little. Ever since I was little. As a kid. So, yeah, I've been obviously good with PlayStation a lot more when it comes. And when I started doing speedrunning as well, again, just been more used to any PlayStation controller, too. Even with the timer being paused, me pausing the timer on the loading screens, we are currently, as of right here, while it's loading, 7 minutes and 40 seconds we are currently on. That's not bad, actually. Again, for pausing the timer, not counting the loading times, not including the loading times on the timer. That's actually pretty good so far. Especially with entering the first boss. Right, entering the first boss of the speed run. So yeah. I can't remember what the time was when it came to Team Cortex. Because, you know, we were including the timer. We had the timer keep going at all times, even on the loading times. Or the loading screens. When leaving and entering a level. So, I can't remember exactly, but, again, since we're not including loading times on here, like we're gonna pause we're pausing the loading times on the, or we're pausing the timer on the loading times, then yeah, I feel like the time will be a lot different here. I mean, I could have done the same thing, though. I could have done the same thing with Team Cortex and just let the timer just keep on going. But I wanted to see what of a difference would it have made if I would have paused the timer on the loading screens and just kept the timer going when we're actually racing. You know, actually doing the game, not just waiting to enter and leave a level. And I feel like most people speedrunning as well would not include loading times either. I feel like. But there you go. That's the first boss of the game beaten in the speedrun. That's the first boss of the game in the speedrun completed. And 9 minutes and 46 seconds right now on the timer, and we just baited the first world. Again, that's also not including loading times. So that is really good.
Well done. You won a key.
Now time to head to Baron. The second world. I like to know how everybody's doing this week. Or how has everybody's week been? Is it crazy that we are already, or today's the last day of May of 2025? Yeah, tomorrow will be the 1st of June. We'll be in June of 2025. I don't know how that's even possible. I don't know how that is possible. How tomorrow we will be in the beginning of the start of June. Again, the months of summer. The months of summer. It's crazy to think that summer is literally not that far from us now in 2025. And Summer Game Fest is literally just a couple days away now. I'm pretty sure it's on Thursday, the 5th, the first Thursday of June. I'm pretty sure that's when the Summer Game Fest is. Now, again, I am still going to have low expectations when going in, especially when it comes to Kingdom Hearts. Yes, Square Enix is going to be there. It has been confirmed Square Enix is going to be there. But even though Square Enix is going to be attending, still does not absolutely 100% confirm that Kingdom Hearts will be there. So just to keep it in mind, let's go in with low expectations. Right. Just go in with low expectations. Just in case, because don't want anybody to get their hopes up. We don't need anybody to get their hopes up or anything. And plus, at least it's, again, it says round 1. Obviously, there's like a round 2 or something as well when it comes to the different studios and stuff that are, and publishers and stuff that are attend. So Disney, and again, on the first one, Disney does not show up too, and you'd think that Disney would also, if they do show Kingdom Hearts, Disney would also be there too, but who knows though. Again, even if it isn't Summer Game Fest, there's still 2 other events. Or 3 if you count D23. I guess 3 events if you count D23. But the others is the Tokyo Game Show in, I'm pretty sure, September. And then the Game Awards. And there's also an Xbox event, too. An Xbox Showcase event. And I'm pretty sure in the past Kingdom Hearts has been known to show up at an Xbox Showcase event as well. Or it could randomly show up at a State of Play. Right? It can randomly show up in a PlayStation's State of Play. Right? It can randomly just show up there. Or they can just drop it out of the blue. Right? It doesn't have to be at an event. It could be just out on a random day when nothing's going on. There's lots of possibilities of when something could be sewn off again. Which I still feel like we're not that far from being sewn anything new. I do feel like we're actually not that far of them showing us something new for Kingdom Hearts 4. Or like a new trailer, though. I mean, those screenshots, they look like something from a trailer. Alright, those screenshots that we got, that Square Enix revealed to us when Missing Link got got the news that it was being cancelled. Like, those screenshots of Kingdom Hearts 4, these do look like screenshots from a new trailer coming out soon. Don't they look like it? They do look like something taken from a new trailer that we will be seeing. I just have that feeling. Of course, I'm gonna mess up that. Yeah, only those 2 mistakes that we've made. Still don't think that this run is ruined. I mean, not every run can be perfect, though. And that goes for any speed run. You know, that goes for any speed run. Not every speed run's gonna be perfect. Right. Even if they're small or major mess ups. Not every run is gonna be 100% on point. So do remember that. And just to let you know, we pretty much entered this world when we were 10 minutes in. Just to let y'all know. We were 10 minutes in after we entered, literally when we were after the loading screen, when we were able to drive in Baron. We were 10 minutes in, and now we are entering the end of Baron, and we are currently right now 16 minutes in. Yeah, we're pretty much close to the end of the second world now, because we just got this race, and then we have Nash. Then that will be the second world completed. all 3 laps, I was able to get hit with something like that. Maybe 20 minutes. I see us when we complete Baron. That's just a guess, though. I highly doubt it. Because we're already 18 minutes in, so either 20 or 21 minutes on the timer, I feel like that will be at when we complete the second world. And, you know, when entering Phenomena, I feel like we'll be in. Because we are currently at 18 minutes and 25 seconds. We are currently at on the timer. So again, either a 20 or 21 seconds. Or 20 minutes. I fail. I would be at more of a 21. Heck, maybe even close to a 22. Who knows exactly? It just depends on how this race goes. Okay, yeah, I could definitely say it's most definitely not going to be 20 minutes. Maybe close to 22. I don't know. I don't even know why I'm trying to guess certain exactly, because that's not even the actual goal. You know, the whole goal is to see what time we'll be getting once we defeat Velo. Right? Getting to the end of the game. At least the fans don't go constantly going during the boss. Kind of like when it comes to doing Geary, the train doesn't go in Android Alley. And yet when the fans are moving, or not moving, I still get hit. See, I tell you, even when the fans aren't going, I can still get hit. I don't think... I can't remember, but I feel like I may have not gotten hit any with the fans in this level when it comes to the Team Cortex run. I don't remember. Yeah, I kind of like posting these speedruns on my main channel. Yeah, I do got some on my second channel as well, but again, just from these past speedruns I've done, with the past 2 ones that I've currently recently done, like Team Cortex's one, and obviously going to be Team Bandicoot, this one right here, and my Crash Warp one I did not too long ago as well. Alright, that's the second world beaten. And we are at 21:51. So it was a 21.
Well done. You won a key.
And now we have just entered the portal to Phenomena, and it is 22 minutes now. And 1 minute. Or 1 second. 1 second, 22 minutes. With us now entering the portal to Phenomena. Out of time. I still don't really get why those worms, were removed in Nitrofield. I know that's probably just being nitpicking and stuff, but just it is kind of distracting a bit when you're doing Nitrofield comparing to the original. You can definitely tell a difference, right? And obviously, not counting the whole not being able to drive on the clock like on the original, of course. But you still know what I mean, with the worms being that can eat you being a obstacle. You can definitely see that kind of being distracting a bit when you're doing it on here. Or on Nitrofield, I meant, compared to on here. I mean, if they were part of any anti-gravity bit, I can understand on Nitrofield, since the anti-gravity was completely removed off of the Nitro Kart tracks. But again, they weren't really removed, or they weren't part of the anti-gravity. That's one thing I will always wonder exactly. That's one thing I'll always wonder. Now, if I could guess, if y'all are willing to tell me if I can give a guess to the time that I am currently thinking overall, the overall time when we defeat Velo, like when we beat the game. If I had to give a guess of what the time could be overall, maybe somewhere in the 50 minutes. Somewhere in the 50 minutes. It's probably my guess that the final time will probably be in. It only depends on depending on the other kind of mistakes, though, that could happen, that we could accidentally make. It only depends, because you have to include those as well. You do have to include the mistakes. Which really we've only made 2 mistakes, so really 2 minor mistakes in Barren Ruins, I should say, right, in Barren Ruins. I don't really count the whole fans and deep sea driving to be a big thing though. Because with Barren Ruins, we had to, back up. We had to, back up and all that, right? So, yeah, I wouldn't really say that um, I wouldn't really say that the fans in deep sea driving would be counting as a mistake, right? Like I said, not every run is perfect. Not every run would be perfect. Even if you're really good at speed running, even if you're really good at speed running, then yeah, I wouldn't say that. Or you could probably see other people making some mistakes as well, like those people that are really good at speed running make mistakes here and there. Thankfully I had a shield there. It's funny that I normally do lose my boost about that turn, before you get to the finish line. Oh, I got another shield. And now we are heading to Thunderstruck, the last level of Phenomena. Again, just how we're able to breeze through these levels, though. Doing pretty good with these levels. Man, I managed to take that power up, or that crate. It can be pretty difficult to try to hold on to your boost as well, to keep your boost momentum up, like that. When it comes to areas like that, yeah, it can definitely be kind of hard. I feel like I could do it a bit better on the Nitro Field version of the track. Also, considering that there's obviously blue fire, right? The blue fire mechanic as well. That comes for a lot of tracks, though, that I feel like I can do a bit, that you can be able to do a bit better with than on the original, comparing to the original. I feel like Nitro Kart is probably, I wouldn't say absolutely hard, but I feel like it's probably a pretty good one to speedrun, I would say. It's not, especially if you're just getting to the end of the game, not collecting everything, right? If you're not collecting everything and just doing the trophies. If you're just getting all the trophies and just getting to Velo, then yeah, I wouldn't say it's that bad of a game to speedrun. I mean, really, you can say that for any kind of game. Any kind of game. Like, if you're just getting to the end of the game, not collecting everything. Crash 3, I could probably say, and Crash 2 is probably another one I can say is pretty easy to speedrun if you're not collecting everything. If you're just getting to the end of the game. How's that power up down there that we just passed? I have no clue. Yeah, and that's kind of a risk as well, hitting those obstacles. Now let's go to Big Norm and Small Norm, and then that'll be Phenomena completed. Then we head to the final world of the game, Techni, before Velo. Before we face Velo. Only in the 30 minutes. I mean, yeah, 32, but in general, in the 30 minutes of the speed run. That's not bad, though. Like I said, it could probably be somewhere in the 50 minutes, I would say. Could be the overall final time. If it wasn't for pausing the timer on the loading times, then it would probably be a bit more. Probably be somewhere close to the one with Team Cortex. But considering that we have the timer paused on the loading screens, then yeah. It would be probably a little less. Oh, looks like one of them hit my power-up. Again, I still find it interesting when it comes to this race. Of course, you're mainly racing Small Norm, because it shows his icon. But it doesn't even show Big Norm, and he's in the race as well. You're technically racing both of them. Right? You're technically racing both of them. And you don't even can tell where Big Norm is. I mean, on the GBA version of Nitro Kart, they do actually show that he's an actual racer. Because it has his icon, and you can actually see the dot on him on the map as well. Yeah, that's kind of a mess up there. Making that ramp go down. Don't get hit with the key. Don't get hit with those invisible boxes or the bubbles as well that they were released, because it'll be like being in invisible boxes. You know, because, well, they're mimes, right? They're mimes. Small Norm and Big Norm are mimes. So, it makes sense that their power-ups would be invisible boxes and stuff like that, right? It would make sense. But there you go. Sorry, Small Norm. Time to head to the final world. Where the final trophies are. Assembly Lane. I mean, yeah, obviously this video would be a lot longer than what the actual time will be, of course. Obviously. Because, yeah, the video obviously is including... This video is obviously including all of the loading times also. Not doing like how we are with the timer. And just pausing the video... Pausing out or cutting out the screen... The loading times or anything. Oh yeah, and we are currently 36 minutes in, by the way. Just to let you know, on the timer. On the timer. We are currently 36 minutes. So yeah, we're pretty much like 36, so I would probably say, when we, got into Techni, or Assembly Lane. Definitely don't think this run has been overall that bad, besides the little few mistakes we gotten. Alright, let's go. Android Alley. Again, watch out for the train. That's the biggest thing, of course, is the train. I mean, yeah, the train is pretty big, but, you know, the biggest obstacle in this track. Really everything else of this track isn't all that bad. I was gonna say, what is still following me? Even especially after I took the shortcut. What could have still been chasing me? There you go. We just got one trophy to go now. Before we do Gary. That is Electron Avenue. Electron Avenue. That face on Oxide, though. He knows he's finished. Oxide just knows he's finished there. He just knows he's finished there. Just from that face. Yeah, just from that face, he knows that he's finished there. Would you want to reconsider that, Aku Aku? Going the wrong way? Okay, yeah, that was... Yeah, I'm gonna get electrocuted. There we go. Alright, Gary. Time for Gary. Let's go, Gary. Let's go, Gary. Gonna get squished by that, or hit with it. We're gonna release the puddles. Like that I'm gonna slip on. Okay, duh, this is not good. Good start. We're gonna keep on going though. I'm gonna keep going. Of course that's gonna miss him. Sorry, Gary. You can't defeat perfection! Oh, what if that actually hit him, though? That would have been great. Yeah, this race definitely could have been a bit better. But, hey, we managed to catch up. We managed to catch up at the end. Let's see how these electrocutions will do his wire. There we go. We just got one last thing to do in this speed run. And that is Velo. We are currently now at 50 minutes and 6 seconds. So yeah, it is most likely going to be somewhere in the 50 minutes. Not 50 exactly, but you know, in the 50 minute mark. It's going to be in. Again, this run could definitely have been a bit better. But I'm happy with this. Again, it could have been past 50 minutes, most likely. Considering if we did not do the whole pausing the timer on the loading times, then yeah, it probably would have been kind of close to or somewhere at the same time as Team Cortex's. Just gives us that stare. I mean, obviously, yeah, this video has definitely gone way more than 50 minutes. Right? As y'all can tell. But, hey. Alright, Velo. Let's go. So far, we have not gotten any weapons. That's a good start. We can get set on fire, too. Oh, stupid. I should have saved that. I seriously should have saved that. I seriously should have saved that speed boost. For this area here. Oh, Lord. Okay. Yeah, this is a problem. This is a problem. Restarting on a speed run. Not the whole speed run, but you know, restarting on... Yeah, this is a problem. I can definitely say. This is definitely a problem. That's definitely some time waste. Most definitely. Pausing, or... Yeah, Team Cortex has definitely ended up being way better, I could say. I felt like I didn't even mess up any on Team Cortex's. I'm still not going to be able to forgive myself on that whole restarting the race thing, though, for messing up that shortcut. I'm not going to be able to forgive myself for that. That was such a big time waste. That was such a big time waste back there. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to forgive myself for doing that. Messing up that part. I'm going to try to save this power up. This speed boost. for that shortcut. As long as I don't get electrocuted here, we should be okay. Because, you know, if we get electrocuted, it's going to change our weapon. There you go. Yeah, this run definitely could have been way, way, way better. Especially that first attempt. Like, Lord, that was pretty bad. Especially the fact that we had to restart the race. And you know, that is definitely not good when it comes to a speed run. Alright, final lap. Okay, we got this again. Just don't lose it. Yeah, that boost definitely does help. And the final time is 56 minutes and 14 seconds. It definitely could have been way more than that. Yep. Could have been way less than that, way more than that. Especially if I wouldn't have messed up.
Congratulations. You have won the Galaxy
On
Circuit.
the first attempt.
And you put on quite a show. Am I right, everyone?
Of the race. Here's the time.
You are now free to go.
Right, Senator?
What? You mean Earth?
But yeah,
No, I have
that'll
to
conclude this
destroy Earth.
video. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, make sure notifications turn on so you miss anything to do. And again, that run definitely 100% could have been done better. But still pretty good, I guess, considering that it was without loading times. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Catch you next one.